All right, we are recording, so take about 5 seconds and then we'll go. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, today, family, we have Miss Dremma Curbeam. She's an attorney at law, so you definitely need to know her. You definitely need to pay attention to what she's going to be sharing with us today. All right, Miss Curbeam, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm woke. It's the holidays. You know how that is.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with family and all that craziness. It's always something, right?
It is, but hey, what better love than to have family around, especially this time of the year?
I know that's right. They get on your nerves, but gotta have them. All right, so let's get going. So tell me real quick, you're an attorney. So brought you? What made you get into that industry? What made you want to become an attorney?
So I've always wanted to be an attorney since I was 8 years old. There was
Okay.
never a plan B for me. Living up in a low income area, being a minority, seeing the crime surrounded by crime, and everyone's being represented by public defenders. As we know, public defenders are overworked, underpaid, so they don't
Right.
get that fair representation. So I wanted to be a voice for those in my community. And so I just said at 8, I'm going to be an attorney. That's what it is. There was no plan B, no other
Yeah.
option. It's going to happen.
That's what's up. I feel the same way about me becoming a stockbroker. You know what I'm saying? I saw the movie Wall Street, and initially I thought that was the coolest thing ever. You know what I mean? Dude walking down the street with a suit, the briefcase, and a big old block cell phone. And when I got into the industry, it was like, wow. There was a segment of the population that really didn't understand what that was and what we do over there and the value that we can create. So yeah, I feel you on that. I really do. What licenses do you have, or do you have to have a license to practice law?
So yes, you do have to have a license to practice law in Florida. You have to attend an ABA accredited law school and pass the Florida bar.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. And what type of yes, law is so broad. I mean, to me, it seems like it is the foundation of the way that we exist and live in this America. Um, what areas of law do you practice or handle?
So I handle family law, business law, and landlord tenant.
Okay. And which is the most interesting to you? I probably should ask that. But
Definitely family law. The things that people are willing to do and the lengths they're willing to go to get what they want.
okay, all right. And how do you communicate with your clients? Right. If I'm your client, and how do we communicate?
So typically, a client will reach out to me via my website and submit an inquiry. I'll communicate with them via email, and then initially, after that initial contact, then I reach out via phone. And so there's always communication. I do provide my clients with my personal cell phone number so that if something comes up, they're able to text me.
Excellent. That's great, especially nowadays. Things seem to happen so fast. You know.
It
Okay.
does.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. And if there is, if it's one thing that everyone should know about the law, right? If you can share that, what would it be?
It would be to don't rely upon resources that are available online. The law is constantly changing. And so, even with attorneys, we have to take continuing education courses on a regular basis because the statutes change as well as city ordinances are put in place.
Oh,
So,
wow.
make sure that you get legal representation so you get the most accurate information about the law.
So you guys are constantly studying in a book or somewhere like that, huh?
I'm in a continuing education class almost every week.
Wow. That's what's up. That is some kind of commitment.
It is.
Okay. And if I were looking for an attorney, right? I don't know, I'm looking to go into a business relationship with someone, right? And I'm
Okay.
looking for an attorney. What are some of the things that I should definitely be looking for in terms of trying to find the very best possible attorney?
So you want to make sure, based on your circumstances and your situation, that there's an attorney that actually handles that area of law. There is a misconception that attorneys just handle every area of law in every situation, and that's not accurate. We specialize in certain areas. So you want to make sure that that attorney specializes in that area. And then in addition to that, find out more about that attorney. How do they communicate? What is their track record? A lot of times it's not about winning, because you're not always going to win, but you want to do what is in the best interest of both parties. So you want to make sure that your attorney is very transparent with you. You're not going to always get your way. It's not going to turn out the way you want, but make sure that you have an honest attorney that's going to fully understand the law, understand your situation, and is going to explain it to you so that you understand exactly what you're up against.
Okay. Interesting. And so I've heard about verbal contracts, things like that. Is that a real thing? Is that something that really happens?
So a verbal contract can be a legally binding contract. However, I do not recommend it, because there is nothing in black and white that the court can look at or reference. However, with a verbal contract, the court is going to look at what is called the course of dealings. So that essentially means that they're going to look at the relationship that the parties had and what did they do on a regular basis that created the contract. And so they're going to look at the dealings that the parties had in order to try to come with some type of contract versus you having that written contract.
Interesting. Okay. And a LLC, I have a LLC, but after just briefly speaking with you, I'm almost certain me and you going to definitely have to talk about a thing or two. What is a LLC, and what are some differences, or what are some other structures that individuals could have with regard to their business versus?
So there are various business entity structures. The most common is a LLC, which is called a limited liability company. That is typically the go-to for everyone because they're familiar with that, although that may not be the best option. And when I say the best option, you have to take into consideration what kind of business you have, whether it's a nonprofit, whether you have partners, whether it's just one individual. You also want to look at the tax implications. So you don't want to overpay as it relates to taxes. And so it's best to go with an accountant or an attorney who can walk you through the necessary steps to make sure that you're applying for the correct business entity, because ultimately it could cost you your business. It could cost you thousands of dollars in taxes and fines. So you want to make sure that you have the proper structure set up. And with the proper entity, there's certain documentation that needs to go along with that.
Okay. And do you do that type of work?
Yes. So as a business attorney, I sit down and I go through all the legal documents, all the legal requirements, so that the business owners fully understand what the legal requirements are, and to help to not just reduce but minimize legal lawsuits in the future.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we definitely got to talk, because I'm almost certain I'm all messed up in mine. So that's good information. Very good information. Thank you. And what so drafting documents then, talking about business and structures and all that. Drafting documents, what exactly is that, and how do you structure your document drafting and things like that? How do you do that? How do you come up with that?
So it's based on, every individual is different, every company is different. So it's based on the company's structure as well as what's in the best interest of that company. So you don't just want to have a standard contract that you can find online, because it may not be beneficial to your business, and it may be a particular clause in there that will ultimately hurt your business or give someone else access to your business. So fully understanding what that business offers, who their partners are, their vendors are, you need to have a full picture in order to understand what needs to be put into that contract. Because again, there could be one word or one clause that goes into that contract, and essentially someone can come in and take your business right from up under you, and you never know it because you didn't have a professional go over your contract or draft that contract for you.
Wow. And that's when you're working with someone. That's crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
We definitely got to talk when we finish. No doubt about it. And one last question. We're at 10 minutes. I want to go ahead and let you go. Are you willing to travel to meet your clients?
Yes, so I do travel. I am fully remote, so I do travel to my clients so that they don't have to leave their office or their workspace. So want to make it as easy and as simple as possible and convenient for my customers and clients. Absolutely.
Okay, great, great. And there, that guys, there you go. There you have it, Miss Dremma Curbeam. Thank you very much. You know,
Thank you
I
for
nice
having me.
chat. Oh yeah, it was definitely. I've been planning on talking to you. I just, we just hadn't had a chance to connect and discuss a thing or two. But I'm glad we did finally. I don't want to hold you any longer. Please enjoy the rest of your holidays, and I will definitely be in touch with you because we got to talk about a thing or two. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you as well. Bye-bye.
All right, and thank you again for coming. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. That sounded pretty good. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, that's me.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Let me get my ID.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You don't have to wait. That was a little last. How you doing?
How are you? You look familiar. You were
Yeah. I'm running like crazy today. Thank you. All right. Okay. I get it, man.